So I said I was going to record more for you all. I'm going to keep saying this. Concealer is life. You don't wear anything else, you should wear concealer every day. It automatically makes you look awake. Or if you're sad or you're depressed or whatever, concealer, see that? Instantly makes you look awake. And the key to concealer is to let it sit for a minute. It's a Friday. I actually am not working today on clients. I'm going to be doing more admin work. So today is a recording day. It's a writing day, you know, and all those things. Because of course, you know, as you may know, at this point in my career, I'm like trying to not to be behind the chair so much. I'm trying to mentor people who want to have a career in the beauty industry. I think that's going to be my new contribution. So, yeah, I need to wax. And so I know people like vlogs. This is my MAC pencil. This is my favorite brow pencil. But on days when I'm going, like running errands, I don't like to use my good stuff. I have like cheapy versions of it. So this is like a Nicka K brow pencil. And my brows need to be done ever so badly. So I'm just going to do this real quick because this is just an errand day because I have to run and do some errands. I got to go to Home Depot. I got to go. I'm getting a new hat today, you guys. Remember that hat that I recorded with all the time where I washed it so much? I washed that hat so much that it's like soggy and it looks crazy. Last time I had it on, I'm like, oh my God, this looks like an old man hat because it's just been overly washed. So I'm going to go today and get a new hat with, it's going to be my recording hat because little hack, a hat can camouflage hair that's not fully done or a bad hair day. So this is just a quick brow, you all. I'm going to get a new hat and I'm getting it done with my new logo because my career is changing right now. And so I feel like my new hat will be the first official step in me bringing that out to the world. And so you'll get a chance to see a glimpse of the new logo. So come with me today. All this time, you see I'm still letting the concealer sit all this time because that's the key to concealer really doing its job. You gotta let it die, you gotta let it dry down. A lot of the times the product, our makeup doesn't look the way we want it because we're moving around too much. Over manipulation. Just like we do with acrylic, you could do that with makeup too. You could over manipulate it. We have to understand with the makeup, you know, it's like you gotta let it soak into the skin and then you blend it out. And then that's how you get that long staying power. Just like with acrylic, you put it where you want it. You let it sit for a second and then you mold it down. And I think, period, in the beauty industry, even with drawing lines and stuff like that, the key is to have patience. And that's one of the things that really kind of, I feel like, hurt me in my design career is that when my books are booked, when I'm really busy, when I was really busy, like back in the day, I'm so booked that I'm trying to stay on schedule. And so I'm rushing. And designs is something that you really cannot rush. When you're a booked and busy technician, you still have to stay on schedule. So that's like a, look at that, I really need a, you probably can't see. I really need to wax. And look at this, skin breaking out. That's from wearing those masks, literally. And then in the gyms with the sweat. But anyway, that really hurt me because I don't have time to sit too long and fool around with intricate work. You know, if I did intricate work like a lot of people, it would be so expensive because time is money. You know, I always say that time is money. And to be honest with you, the point in your career is now it's time. The point in your career is really, as you're more into it, you want to give less of your time for more money, or you want to give less of your time for the same amount of money, so you're not working as hard. Working hard physically for your money all your life is like not the way to wealth. It's the way to survive, yeah, but it's not the way to wealth. The way to wealth is to find a way to develop a skill or talent and to make it work for you more and more over time, not you working for it. And so, yeah. And this is just the everyday face. This is just me going outside, trying not to look tired face. So I always tell people this looks like a lot. By the time I get to the store and this settles in, I'm not putting powder all over. This will have settled nicely. I'm just running out to get some things. Like I said, I got to go to Home Depot. I got to go get my hat done. And then I'll be, oh, and get some gas. And gas is so expensive. I'm going to have to travel over the border into Indiana to get some gas. Since I'm going to be that way anyway. That's the plan. Contouring is everything. And yes, I do this every day, even when I go to the gym. I don't leave out the house anymore. I made it a habit. This was a habit that I wanted. It's really hard to develop habits, but this is a habit that I made over the past couple years, and now I will not leave out the house without at least some concealer on. And usually if I do the concealer, I'm at least, you put on concealer, you gotta seal it, so you gotta go in with some powder. So now it's just a habit to never leave out the house without makeup. And I have a friend, she doesn't leave out the house without makeup. It's only been a few times since I've known her and seen her without makeup. And I always admired that. And I'm like, I wish I could do that. She's like, it's just part of my daily routine. Like when she gets dressed, it's just part of her daily routine. And so now it's just part of my daily routine. And it seems like it takes a long time, but you see it's only been 7 minutes. Looks like a lot, but again, all of this has to settle in, and it will. So having an organized setup is very important too, to how fast you can get in and get out for the day and make something like this a habit. I have the IKEA drawer set here with the ring, with the lighting. But yeah, I'm just gonna get out. It's a dreary day here. It's a weird day. Life is just so weird right now. Everything is just so up in the air. Can't really tell what's happening in terms of people's spending habits and things. It's very sporadic. I've been reaching out to so many people, just talking to people, and so many different reasons why people are moving differently. And it's all stemming from COVID. People are not saying it's COVID, but just listening to even people with, let's just say, who works at the post office. Those people are working 7 days a week. Like they just don't even have time for self-care. Everyone's life has changed. Everyone's life has changed. And believe it or not, when you work in the beauty industry, whatever's happening in people's lives, you can tell. You can tell because it affects your schedule. Your schedule changes. Your money comes in differently. It just does. And then it depends on where you are in your career too. But I was reading a post, and I think she made it shareable. I'm going to make a TikTok about it. Young lady was saying she quit. Then there was another young lady posted up saying, don't quit, you know, for those of you all. And I was reading all these hundreds of comments of people like, I needed to hear this. I needed to hear this. I needed to hear this. Because I was about to give up and all this. And I'm just like, wow, it is really a trying time right now for a lot of people in the industry because there's so much uncertainty. Yes, my hair is braided down. I think it's raining, so that's why I'm just gonna pop on this curly wig. It's a lot of uncertainty. It's a lot of uncertainty. Even at the beginning of COVID, when things were really busy because all the nail salons were closed, those were just people. See, you have to really get into the psychology of things. I always say that, right? Because I'm trying to train you how to think when you're running your business as business owners. You got to always stay ahead and understand the trends, because there are different trends. They're not just nail trends. There are trends in how people behave and how people spend money. That's what I did in corporate America, understanding people's buying habits and how people spend money, the cycles they spend money in, and what triggers them to spend money. So I'm trying to translate a lot of the things that I learned in school professionally as a marketing professional, and what I learned in corporate, and putting that into practice and how products are developed and why things are introduced at different times. This information can translate over into the beauty industry. And so during that time when COVID first happened, that those were people that were buying out of being freaked out. And let me explain a little bit more. People were freaked out. It was a pandemic. None of us had ever lived through a pandemic, and the world was literally shutting down. And so a lot of people were so freaked out that they wanted to feel some sense of normalcy. So they were going and jumping in anyone's chair because they had no control over their life at all. They had no control over their life. And so the one thing they could control was getting their nails done, or getting their staying beautiful. All right. And so that was that. Hold on. That. I think I'm going to speed up past this part of the video. But that was that. People were trying to stay in some sort of control over their life. And so that's why people were running and jumping in anyone's chair. I'm just trying something different. Because you buy all this stuff and you don't use it. And that's one of my mental things, to try to make sure I use things so I don't feel like I'm wasting money. And I know I get ADD when I talk sometimes. I'm just telling you all my inner thoughts. My thing is, I don't want to waste money. And you know how you buy something because you're caught up in the hunt, and then you get it, you're like, you don't use it, you use the same old stuff. I say when I'm out running errands, like today, when I'm out running errands, it's going to dry down matte. It's the perfect time to wear stuff that you don't normally wear, so you don't feel like you're just wasting your money. I bought this. This is I think this is some plus size model, Naima Tang Dose of Colors kit. It's beautiful, but I just never wear it. So I'm going to wear it today. I'm just wearing stuff I never put on. Why not? And believe it or not, when I go out, the prettier I look, the better treatment I get. I get special this, that, doors, hell, all sorts of things. People just treat you, the better you look, people treat you differently. I don't care what no one says. It's true. And so I've been cooped up in this house. And even that last video I just recorded, I said I'm putting up 2 pre-recorded videos for your week. And I'm committed to it. Because I'm in a different phase of my career, and I'm doing it. And literally, it's activated. I put that video up yesterday. I literally was writing that, put that video together in the emergency room. Because I have been having issues all week with my blood pressure and stuff like that, and severe dehydration. And then I went to the urgent care, and they sent me immediately to the emergency room, which is a waste of time because it was so crowded they couldn't even get me in. So I was like, you know what, I'll just make sure I stay hydrated, and I'm not gonna worry about it. But anyway, let's get back on schedule. So back to what I was saying. So those people wanted to feel, see how that died down? Those people want to feel some sense of control. And so keeping themselves beautiful, even though they couldn't even get to a nail salon, was what that was, you know? And then I was looking, we actually sat down, Cece and I, we were looking through our books during that pandemic time, and I don't even know a lot of those people. I don't even know who a lot of those people were. A lot of names in my books, I didn't even recognize who they were. I'm like, who the hell is this? And who is this? And who is this? I didn't know who the hell those people were. They were pandemic people. So the good thing is really sitting back and understanding, you know, because like I said in the last video, look at it. It's called Nail Tech's Beauty Pros Need to Do This One Thing. When things shift, it could be a good shift or a bad shift. You need to even pay attention to good shifts, because good shifts could be like the pandemic thing when everyone got all these extra people in their chair and people harassing them. That was a good shift, right? But if you didn't look at the behavior behind that shift, you will understand that was a temporary shift, because there were no nail salons. So it was a temporary shift that worked in your favor, right? And you could have maximized the opportunity. But it doesn't mean all those, that no one kept 100% of those people. I know no one did. No one did. No one. People were just frantic and desperate. They didn't even care how much they had to pay. So that was that. Right now, it's a weird shift, again, because a lot of people, the dust is settling on everything. We don't know quite where things are going. Had a booger in my nose, sorry. And it's tax time. A lot of people are not getting the money they thought they were. A lot of the money that people had during the pandemic has run out. People are not quite sure if they still want to go outside or not. You know, people are not really sure what's going on. So I think people are just kind of at a standstill. Some people are going outside, but it's just like a lot of people, a lot of people have gotten so used to being inside that they're just, you know, they've adjusted to getting things done less often. Or like I said, people work at the post office are working like crazy, or people have been, just things have changed. Things have really changed. And I think a lot of people are just on pause, or a lot of people are just used to not being as used up as often. And gas prices are stupid high. Gas prices are really high right now. So it's just like, people are literally on pause. Even me with my handy guy, he's been calling me like, you need me to come do some work. You need me to come do some work. You need me to come do some work. And I'm like, I have some work, but it's not pressing. So I'm putting them off. Human behavior. It's the same across the board. Then I had something that happened on the property where I have to actually take the money that I would budget for him and I have to budget it somewhere else. So that's something that's affecting his money, because right now I'm kind of holding back. I could have been had him come over here, but I'm holding back because things are so weird. And so I'm budgeting differently. You get it? So it's like, it's a trickle-down effect. When things are weird in the world, it trickles down in many different ways that you may not even see directly, but it's some indirect things happening that affect us. It trickles all the way down to us, which trickles down to whatever we spend money on. You see what I'm saying? So it's just important to understand human behavior. It's very important to understand human behavior and to sometimes sit back and just think about, why is this happening? Why is this happening, you know? But come on, we're going to get on up out of here. All right. Okay, so I'm out. And I just got some gas. I was surprised. I mean, the gas is high, but you know, when gas is high like this, when it's inflationary prices, like I have a method, like I'm only gonna spend a flat amount, and however much gas that gets, I'm just gonna tailor my day until that gas, you know, like I kind of I make myself like be smart with the amount that I want to spend. That's how I budget my money for gas. But you guys, I just bought a darn Reese cup. Okay, look at this, a Reese cup, not even big or anything. This was $2. Why was this $2? I'm just like, what? You know, is it 3 for $2 or something? He said it was $2. It was like almost $2. How much was this? $1.79. So $1.80 for this little bitty Reese cup. And this is crazy, you all. Like, Reese cups used to be This side, look how little it is too, and it's so thin. They used to be thicker than this. This used to be like 50 cents. And I just can't believe I paid $2 for this. Like, back in the day, and I'm sounding like the old person, like $2 as a kid, that would be my daily allowance as a kid. $2. I could go out and have a fabulous day with $2. I mean, I could take that $2 and stretch it all throughout the day. I'm talking getting a pickle, chips with hot sauce on it, and the juice, and a popsicle, and all type of stuff, and candy, you know, and $2? Oh. So I'm here in the mall trying to get this hat made. And I feel like I have to beg people. This is what I'm saying. Just because you know how to do something don't mean you know how to run a business. Because I feel like I'm begging this man to make this hat for me. Because you know the hat that I wear in my videos, I need a new one. Because the old one, I don't wash it too much. And so it's like soggy. But he's telling me he can't even do my new logo. He can only do my name. Which I could have sworn I came here and got the first one done. So, you know, I'm trying not to be rude, but I'm not feeling good. So I feel like I'm about to just walk out and lay down because I don't like begging people to take my money. You know? So we're gonna see how this all goes. I need a new hat though, so we'll see. Okay, let's see what's up. Are we printing the hat?
Yeah.
Can I see what you're gonna print before you print it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope my hat is ready. Oh, here he is. Oh, you guys, there's my hat. What do you think? The new one. I watched the old one so much, so here we are. This is not the new logo, but this is my new hat I'll be wearing in videos. So there you have it. You know what, this kind of reminded me of what I think clients go through sometimes with good nail techs, because I really needed that hat. I needed another hat. And it was like, I felt like I was chasing that guy around because I sat down and I was trying to redesign it to make it where he could print it. And then when I looked up, he had left the booth and walked to another booth, like way down the other end of the mall. And I had to come get him. That kind of irked my spirit, except for I'm like looking around. I'm like, I can't think of anywhere else so I can get this hat done immediately. And I even looked online. So I hate being put in that position where I have to spend my money with somebody who's giving me bad customer service. Like, I felt like I was just begging this dude the whole time to get this hat from him. And then they kept changing the price. And then in the end, when they tried to charge my card, they tried to change the price a third time. And I was like, I'm not paying that. I said, this price has increased $8 already. I'm not paying it. You know, I just got pissed because I could have just walked away. I could have just walked away and you would have been stuck with a hat you could do nothing with. So at that point, I had them by the balls. But it's annoying. And it's just like, we got to make sure that we're treating our customers good. You know, we do.
Chicago Beauty Source has all of the needs for the beauty professional, offering full financing as well. Shop today.
And action. So here we are. This is the new hat. You all know I like the hat, the big brim hat. And this is a size 8. The reason why I get it so big is because I need a hat that is going to fit over my head and my weave when I want to go on camera really fast. So he was trying to make me buy one that was smaller. But I scrambled and scraped and was up there for hours until we found one in the mall. And here's my new hat. So I'm happy about that. This should last me for a minute. This is my recording hat. And so that was my day. I stopped at my friend's house and took her some muffins that I made. And now I'm about to do some work because, like I said, I have a lot of fabulous products coming and I have to get them uploaded. And also the classes and the courses and all that stuff, I'm about to get to work. So this is a day in the life of me. It's nothing spectacular, nothing, you know, over the top today. Just showing you what it's like, what I'm doing when I'm not doing clients. All right, so I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.